The NBA season has arrived, so we're back at it. Another year, another set of NBA season predictions. Let's go. Alright, so this video will consist of my NBA awards picks, my projected playoff standings in the East and the West, which includes the playoff bracket, some play-in teams, all that stuff, and then my playoff bracket, what I think is going to happen, and who I think is winning the finals, along with the finals MVP and a couple of other bold predictions. Alright, I'm going to start with the awards. My MVP pick is not going to be Jokic. It's not going to be SGA. It's not going to be Luka. None of those guys. I think they can all definitely win it. My MVP pick is Giannis. I think he gets back to the top of the NBA. I think he has the best season. I just don't think they're going to go with Jokic this year. I have a feeling. I really hate to be the guy to just pick what everybody else is doing as well. Defensive player of the year is going to be Wemby. We obviously didn't get it last year. I mean, he was on pace to do last year. He got injured, didn't meet the 65-game qualifier. I think he's going to do that this year. He's the best defender in the league. The guy's 7'5". Apparently, somebody said he's going to 7'7". I don't believe that. That's crazy scary. For Rookie of the Year, I get it. The sexy pick is Cooper Flagg. I'm going to go with VJ Edgecombe to win Rookie of the Year, though. It's not going to be Ace Bailey. Apparently, he's been dealing with tendonitis in his knee. It's not going to be Dylan Harper. Don't think he's going to start. But I think VJ Edgecombe is going to have an amazing opportunity this year on the Sixers. He's going to kind of do what Jared McCain did last year. Obviously, I don't think he's going to suffer a season-ending injury in the middle of the season. But also, I just don't fully trust the Sixers this year. I think Edgecombe's got an amazing game. And Cooper Flagg, he's going to show that he's a little overrated and overhyped. The Coach of the Year usually goes to the best team. I honestly think that this year the best record is going to be Cleveland. So I don't think it's going to go to Kenny Atkinson. This year, I think it's going to be J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to completely transform this Pistons team. Sixth Man of the Year is a very interesting one. I got Peyton Pritchard winning it, and look, like, he could definitely start on this team, which is why I think the Sixth Man of the Year award is kind of stupid. But also, like, Peyton Pritchard, his entire career has been the guy that's came off the bench. I don't think he came off the bench in his college career over at, where do you play, Oregon? But still, I think Peyton Pritchard is going to come off the bench this year. He just plays better off the bench. I don't even care who their starting lineup would be. He's coming off the bench no matter what. And then the most improved player is another one that's always hard to pick. My pick, though, Shaedon Sharpe. He's going to take a huge leap this year. He's going to be the best player on the Blazers. All right, getting into these standing predictions. Right here, you see what I think the entire West is going to look like. 7 through 10 is obviously the playing teams. I think the Nuggets are going to take a huge leap this year. The Warriors going to move up a couple spots. You guys see San Antonio getting in there. I think Fox, Wemby, they're going to have amazing seasons. So yeah, you guys can pause the video, fully check that out. And then right here is what I think the East is going to look like. I think Cleveland's going to get the 1 again. I think Boston's going to drop down. They're probably going to get the 6. I got Milwaukee getting a 7. I am really high this year on the Miami Heat. That's something I don't think I ever brought up in a video. The Miami Heat might be the most underrated team going into the season. They got Bam Adebayo coming back. I don't think he's going to have a worse season than what he did last year. They're going to have Andrew Wiggins in for a full season. They're eventually going to get Tyler Hero back from, I believe, having an ankle or a hand surgery. One of those two things, something like that. So this team is going to get healthy at one point of the season, and they've got a very solid roster. Jaime Hawkins, very solid role player out of UCLA. This team has got weapons. All right, then right here is what I think the West playoffs are going to look like. I think I brought this up in past videos. I want to address this again. No, I'm not saying my Warriors will win the championship in this video. And the reason why is because facts show and history shows that when I pick my teams to win, it never happens. The main example is the Niners in the Super Bowl in 2023. I picked us to win over Kansas City. We ended up losing to Kansas City. Not a bad prediction. Picked UNC to win the national championship 2 years ago. We lost to Bama in the Sweet 16. So things have not gone my way with this. I don't want to jinx it. The year I get it right and don't predict it, then maybe I'll think about going back to it the next year. I don't know. I got OKC getting to the Western Conference Finals this year. I don't think they're going to repeat. They're going to have some problem. We saw with the Warriors, the Bucks, the Suns even, I guess the Celtics. I think the Thunder are going to have that similar problem. They're going to be a dominant force. Everybody's going to pick them. Don't think they're going to win it. The Nuggets have got a very solid roster, adding Cam Johnson. They're going to get to the NBA Finals in the West. And then, yeah, I think the Wolves are going to drop a couple seeds, and I think the Clippers are going to choke. All right, in the East, I've never seen a better year for the Cleveland Cavaliers to win it all. Donovan Mitchell and his teammates have kind of choked in the past. I don't think Mitchell's a playoff choker. The guy literally averages the amount of points that are on his jersey, 45. In the playoffs, the guy is so good. You cannot call him a choker. If Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, those guys step up, this is one of the most elite rosters in the entire NBA. They added Lonzo Ball as well. This team is set up to win a championship. I think they're finally going to break through, and they will get to the NBA Finals. Some other picks I have, I think the Celtics might get Jason Tatum back for the playoffs. It could go 50-50. Don't really know if he's going to play in the regular season. I don't think so. You just can't heal from an Achilles injury that fast. I don't believe that, as I've said in other videos. So I think the Celtics get a very favorable matchup against the Orlando Magic in the first round, kind of like what they did this year. I think Boston beats them in 6 or 7 games, maybe even in 5. All right, that ultimately sets us up for a Nuggets versus Cavs finals. And I was kind of going back and forth between this. Like, one team's got Jokic. One team's also got Jamal Murray, who's arguably the best playoff performer currently in the NBA. Call me crazy saying that. And then the other teams just got the more loaded and talented roster all around. I was going back and forth, but especially in a beat-up Eastern Conference this year, there has never been a better year for the Cleveland Cavaliers along with Donovan Mitchell to break through. It didn't work in the first couple years when Mitchell was in Utah. They got some high seeds, but ultimately they just could not get it done. I think that this is the year. Donovan Mitchell will come back. Remember that epic 7-game series that the Nuggets played against Utah a few years back where Mike Conley had the in-and-out shot on the game winner in Game 7. I don't know why I remember that so clearly, but I think Cleveland gets back. They win the finals in 6 or 7 games this year. Not meant to be a meme or anything like that. Donovan Mitchell wins finals MVP, and that is my pick for the NBA Finals. All right, and then some other takes I got. I think Paolo Banchero and Cade Cunningham are 2 guys that could easily enter MVP conversations this year. 2 very elite players. They're both on very favorable teams to rack up a lot of good stats, win a lot of games. There's really nobody else threatening them for the first option. They're both young guys. I think they're definitely 2 guys that could soar into MVP conversations early in the season and continue to play like it. Anyways, though, I tried keeping this video a little short. Those are my NBA predictions for the entire season. Comment down below who you got winning MVP, the finals, all of that stuff. The season's a few days away. I'm ready for it. Call your team now, and college basketball predictions will be out in about a week or so, so stay tuned. Anyways, though, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.